Japanese startup develops Shiraha drone for under $450 per unit. A Japanese defense technology startup has begun offering a domestically produced fixed-wing drone with a unit cost of approximately 70,000 yen, roughly $450 at current exchange rates. JISDA, formerly known as Japan Integrated Security Design Agency and headquartered in Tokyo's Chiyoda Ward, announced the availability of the ACM-01 Shiraha on April 14, 2026, positioning it as a purpose-built training platform intended to be used, damaged, and replaced rather than preserved. The Shiraha is a fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicle with a wingspan of 1.9 meters and a wooden airframe. Every component, from structural materials through subsystems, is sourced and manufactured within Japan. JISDA describes the pricing not as a market promotion but as the result of deliberately stripping the design down to the minimum specifications required for training use, cutting costs at every stage without targeting performance benchmarks that only matter in operational deployments. For short-range operational roles beyond training, the company has indicated the design is expandable. Extended range, enhanced communications, and additional capabilities can be added, though each addition carries a corresponding cost increase above the base 70,000 yen figure. The company's CEO, Shota Kuniai, was direct about what problem the Shiraha is meant to solve. "We want to change Japan's mindset away from the idea of using expensive aircraft in limited situations and toward treating drones as services and solutions that can be used repeatedly in the field," he said. The 70,000 yen price point, in Kuniai's framing, is not a selling figure. It is a philosophical statement about how Japan needs to think about unmanned systems at scale. JISDA is also offering the Shiraha as part of a broader drone training, storage, and resupply package called Skill House, which bundles airframe stock management, repair and replenishment services, and practical flight training into a single offering. The intent is to remove the organizational friction that discourages units from flying training sorties aggressively, specifically the reluctance to risk expensive hardware and the repetitive, sometimes crash-prone cycles that build genuine operator proficiency. Skill House is designed so that users can focus on training itself rather than managing the logistics of keeping aircraft available. The wooden airframe is a deliberate engineering and supply chain choice rather than a technological limitation. Wood is domestically available, machinable with standard equipment, and does not require specialized manufacturing infrastructure to procure or replace. For a platform explicitly designed to be expendable in training, the material properties are well suited to the mission. JISDA has been transparent that the material itself is not the point. What matters, the company argues, is the balance between control quality and cost, and the ability to manage a fleet of low-cost airframes more effectively than a smaller number of expensive ones. The Shiraha's development is directly informed by field research JISDA's founding team conducted in Ukraine over approximately 3 years before the company's formal establishment in November 2025. That research extended beyond Kyiv and rear-area logistics nodes to areas near active front lines, including locations approximately 20 kilometers from the line of contact. The team's stated purpose was to observe firsthand how unmanned systems are used under combat conditions, how they wear out, how operators adapt them, how quickly configurations change in response to countermeasures, and what the supply chain requirements actually look like when drones are being consumed at wartime rates. At 70,000 yen per unit, the Shiraha represents one of the lowest-cost fully domestic fixed-wing drone offerings to enter the Japanese defense market. Whether it scales to the volumes JISDA envisions will depend on how Japanese defense customers respond to the company's argument that quantity and replaceability, not unit performance, are the relevant metrics for training infrastructure.